It's an app that will help you close the gap between thinking and doing. And it starts with your dreams in mind. So imagine this, right? You have your dream house in mind, but you don't really know how much cash on hand you need, how much of a qualifying salary you'll need for the bank to give you the loan that you will require for this dream house. What if there was an app that reverse engineered all this for you? Perhaps I have the app in mind for you today. It has been integrated with SingPass and MyInfo to make everything as quick as possible, and also gives you something like a one-day, pre-day approval. We're going to find out more about the approvals in just a while, okay? My friend David Baey is co-founder and chief executive officer of Mortgage Master. They have advised more than 8,000 homeowners and saved them about $100 million per year in home loan interest rate payments. I know firsthand how painful that can be because you forget that you have to refinance. No bank is going to call you and say, guess what? You forgot to refinance your mortgage. You have to do that yourself. And in fact, this app will help you keep on top of that when you want to refinance. Do you need to do it 3 months before your promotional mortgage rate ends? How do you figure that out? We're going to figure it all out for you today. David, congrats on your app.
Hi, Michelle. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, absolutely fabulous to see you and speak with you again. But I must start with a very obvious question. There are many apps out there that talk about home affordability calculators. How is yours different?
I think that we have the consumers in mind. So our clients, we have asked them a million questions and we know that this is what they want. So we've built it for the 3 stages of property, which is before you buy a house, after you buy a house, and maybe when you want to upgrade or buy your second property.
Okay.
So before you buy, every time somebody buys a house, it's very emotional. We think that you need to anchor it to finance. So within these financial parameters, you go and hunt, not within the emotional parameters of I like this area and then I overstretch myself. So that's where we have it in mind. And then we have the app, like you said, we can give you a one-day pre-approval based on your financial info from SingPass and MyInfo, as well as your liabilities, which you key in yourself. And we also have a reverse affordability calculator where you key in the house price you want and we tell you how much you need to earn.
I like that. It's so motivating. Listen, I want this palatial home, but your app will say, listen, this is how much of a salary you need.
Yeah. And if your salary is too little, then there will be a higher amount for down payment.
Okay.
So it's how much you need to save or how much you need to earn.
Excellent.
You can change the parameters.
But it gives you the figures, it gives you the benchmarks, the KPIs.
Yep.
To aim for. So that's at the start. So help you figure out either what you can afford or what you could afford.
Yes, that's right.
I love that. And then what is this pre-approval again?
So when you want to buy a house, you want to make sure to know how much you can borrow guaranteed. And so that's the pre-approval. So I always say when you buy a house, you need to make sure of 3 things. You know how much you can loan, how much down payment you have, CPF and cash, and lastly, and I think most importantly, how much your monthly installments will be. Because, you may earn a lot, but you may be very filial and give your parents a lot of money. So the monthly installments that you want it to be lesser. Then you adjust it accordingly. Then reverse engineer.
Okay.
So that's what the app gives you.
You also need to know how old you are. Because I'm sorry, there's
true.
a runway.
That's true. So if you are happy with these 3, how much you can borrow, how much down payment you have, and the monthly installments, then you know the exact financial parameters to go and buy the house within that price.
Okay, we'll talk about the middle part of the journey in a while, but I want to leapfrog to the end. So you bought this house, your dream house. A few years later, you're selling because you have another dream house.
Yep.
This app is going to help you as well with that.
Yes. So we have a valuation engine in the app, as well as we can connect you to a property agent as well, which discounted commission price.
Is that for everybody? I thought it was just for me. No, it's for everybody.
For every customer of Mortgage Master.
Okay, that's great. That is wonderful. So you get a valuation figured out for you on the app, and then it will connect you with a real human being.
Yeah, a real estate agent, property master agent actually.
And you now have an agency.
Yeah, yes, we do.
Yeah, you've expanded.
Basically, the whole industry, it's a bit opaque. We want to make it more transparent, and what better way to make it transparent than doing it from within? So that's what we have started with mortgage, now with property.
Okay, so why did you put this app together? Because Mortgage Master, as its name implies, initially was about helping people hunt for their best loan refinancing rates.
Yes, that's right.
Or mortgage.
Yeah, or get the best rates when you buy a house, right? Yeah.
So why have you expanded now to this app?
Well, the reason Mortgage Master was created was to help people with that. But I had a dream, and the dream was to help the property industry not let consumers get the short end of the stick.
Wow.
But I came from the bank, I came from finance. So instead of being a property real estate agent, I start with mortgage because I'm the banker. So, I know mortgage better, so I start with mortgage, not with property. And obviously, it links. So after mortgage, we do property.
Okay. So we talked about how this calculator helps you at the start of your journey, at the end of your journey when it comes to selling with the valuation. So you're going to get like a couple of valuations or just one valuation?
You get what we have using an algorithm. So the valuation you get is what you can see first. We call it a desktop valuation. And then after that, when you talk to the finance consultants, the mortgage consultants within, we will then get the valuations from the banks for you.
Okay, you have an algorithm based on your own data set.
Yes,
I guess.
correct.
Yeah, interesting.
So you get a pretty decent rough idea. According to my CTO, it's within 3% deviation, so it's pretty decent. And then we will get the official one for you. When you show interest, we will get the official one for you.
I like that. Yeah. I like that. And in the middle of the journey, say somebody's bought their home, they've moved everybody in. What people forget, you say, is when to refinance it. This is the basis of your first business, right?
Correct. So this feature is the most important thing in the past 2 years. So interest rates have gone from 1% or slightly lower to 4.5% if you forgot to refinance. Today, if you forgot, you could 4.5 will be what you're paying. 3% would be what you could have gotten even now. So $1 million loan, that's like 15 to 16,000 a year you're wasting.
Ooh, you forget.
Please do not ever forget.
This app will help you not forget.
So even if you are not a Mortgage Master client, you go to the app, you can upload your LO on the letter of offer, the bank contract, or using PDF or take a picture using your phone, and we will then key in the details for you and remind you when it's time for you to refinance.
This is brilliant because nobody can understand or even see the size 9 font on their letter that they've signed.
13 to 17 pages. We know where to look for you, where to look at. Yeah.
Take a photo. You don't even have to be David's client. Upload it and then you get reminded. The app will ping you.
The app will ping you, and if you allow us to call you, we will WhatsApp you.
Because these things take time, you have to figure it out like 3 months before it ends.
You're the expert now. You used to think like when.
Now, hello, when everybody was paying 4%, I was paying 1%. Slightly over 1%. Thank you very much. I've learned something from my own shows. I am speaking with my friend David Baey, who is co-founder and chief executive officer of Mortgage Master. Is the app free?
Yes, of course. Of course.
That's wonderful. For listeners who want to save on their current mortgage, can we talk a little bit about interest rates and where you see them going? What is the best rate you can get now if you're refinancing? Is it 3?
Depending on loan size, 2.9 is the lowest. Bigger loans, of course. Let's say smallest loans. I think we need to talk about for everyone, right? So you buy a HDB, your loan is 200,000, 3.1%.
Wow, that's high compared to where it used to be.
But interest rates are dropping. It's just a bit slow.
So as interest rates drop, it's going to take some time before it filters down to the mortgage market, right?
So there are some different views on that, but Singapore banks are conservative. They actually predict a 1% drop in 1.5 years' time.
Oh no!
So if you're thinking it's 3% now, maybe you reach just 2% by next year. And mid of next year, not even start of next year. However, based on, daring to say this on my opinion, I actually think that it would drop slightly faster than what the banks are saying, because the banks are conservative, being banks. But being in the industry for a while, the cycles have happened, and normally it takes a little faster to drop than 2 years.
Okay. Yeah. But the Fed hasn't even dropped it yet, so...
Yeah, but the Fed can't stay high forever as well. So try not to overstep other expertise topics.
Reverse affordability calculator, instant in-principle approval. Take a photo and it will remind you of your when you need to refinance. Anything else about this app I've left out?
Other features like valuation engine. Awesome feature for people who are renting out the property. Like yourself, You key in your tenant's name, how much you have paid your agent commission, how much you collect rent, how much you have paid for renovation. The app tracks all that for you, records it for you, so that you will always know how much money you have made from your rental.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like your personal assistant.
I love that.
So we added, it's not the main feature, but we added it for people who rents properties.
Yeah, because we need to figure all that out. It's just sitting in some Excel page somewhere.
Which you may not update.
Yeah. So this way, as a landlord,
Yep.
you would know how much you've actually made.
Yep.
Of course, there's a column for
repair,
taxes as well.
Yeah, everything. Interest rate, everything.
Okay.
Yeah. We the finance people. We
You are the finance guy. So this guy from ACS as well, right? You want to give a shout out to all your ACS brothers.
Happy Founders Day, guys.
David Baey, my friend, talking about new levels of convenience and efficiency with home buying with his new app. It's called Mortgage Master SG.
Yeah.
It's free on the App Store, only for Apple users or
No,
what? For
Android
everybody?
as well. So it's on both App Store and Google Play Store.
What have you learned in the process of making this app that people most want?
People want information. Information should be free. And so the app has the best rates on them always. So I believe people want information. Information should be free. This industry should be more transparent. And that's what we are giving you. All the information, the decision is yours. We are just the facilitator, the guidance. That's all.
Yeah. Because, there were the days when people had no idea what a bank would offer them. Maybe they walk into a bank and talk to one,
Yep.
but they didn't have the reach to really, really compare what was available out there. Information should be available. You'll not be charged for using this app in any way, right?
No, not at all. So you every service is free except if you're selling a house.
And then that too, you're offering a pretty good rate.
Yep. So, industry traditionally is 2%. My agents, if you're a Mortgage Master client or, if you sell and you will be a Mortgage Master client, my Property Master agents will give you half price.
They're called Property Master.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. When did this happen? On this property side of your business?
2 years ago, we got the license, but we only focused on it last year. Yeah.
And they specialize in all kinds of property?
Everything. So from even commercial, rental, warehouse, but mainly residential because, I'm a personal finance person. So,
Yeah.
But my agents are very well versed in everything.
Okay. And I noticed you mentioned algorithm as well. In this day and age, you need to have AI incorporated, especially in your business, right?
I think data analytics is important. So with all the data we have, we then understand better. We can try to have a view on where prices will go and stuff like that. So just in general, right? If you look at patterns, property prices, again, saying things which I'm not sure. Right? So
I'll just preface it by saying this is David's opinion only.
Thank you. So property prices will be normally the lowest in Singapore 18 months after the stock market is the lowest, which was October 2021. So if you're looking to buy a property, maybe wait to June this year, 18 to 24 months after the lowest point. Yeah, so things like that, it's all data sets and patterns
That you're seeing.
Yeah. Again, I'll just caveat, it's my opinion.
And it's what David is seeing.
Yeah.
This is really valuable advice for us, David. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you for coming on. He's Mortgage Master's co-founder and CEO, David Baey, and you can get his app really easily
Yeah.
on the App Store. It's available. I checked it out.
Thank you.
Thanks, David.